Before the first star ignited, before the first atom formed, before the first whisper of time, there was only potential, not darkness. For darkness is the absence of light, and even that concept had not yet been born. Not silence, for silence is the absence of sound, and sound itself did not yet exist. Not emptiness, for emptiness implies a space to be empty within. There was only a stillness so complete, so absolute, that even the idea of stillness had no meaning. And then, in a moment so brief it cannot be measured, the universe awakened, not with a bang, but with a becoming, a surge of existence, a flash of primordial light, a blooming of space-time that expanded faster than thought, faster than imagination, faster than the speed of light itself. This was not merely the birth of matter, it was the birth of memory. For in that first instant, the universe encoded its own story, a cosmic imprint woven into the fabric of reality. Every particle carried a trace of that first moment. Every atom held a whisper of the beginning. Every star, every planet, every living being would one day echo the memory of that first light. And billions of years later, on a small world orbiting an ordinary star, a species would look up at the night sky and feel something ancient stir within them. A recognition, a longing, a sense that the stars were not strangers, but ancestors. This is the story of that recognition, the story of how humanity rediscovered the cosmic memory written into its bones, the story of how ancient civilizations, Sumer, Babylon, Egypt, India, China, and countless forgotten cultures, interpreted the sky not as a backdrop, but as a message older than myth, older than gods, older than time. Tonight, Skythrone follows that message back to the beginning. In the first seconds after the universe's birth, everything was light. Not the gentle light of a sunrise, nor the warm glow of a candle. This was the raw, unfiltered radiance of creation, a storm of photons, particles, and energy so intense that matter itself struggled to exist. But even chaos has a rhythm. As the universe expanded, it cooled. As it cooled, particles formed. As particles formed, atoms emerged. And as atoms emerged, the first structures began to take shape. Gravity, the quiet sculptor of the cosmos, gathered matter into clouds, clouds into clusters, clusters into galaxies. And within those galaxies, stars ignited. Each star was a furnace of creation, forging the elements that would one day become planets, oceans, mountains, and living beings. Hydrogen became helium. Helium became carbon. Carbon became oxygen. Oxygen became the building blocks of life. Every star was a storyteller. Every supernova was a revelation. Every galaxy was a library of cosmic memory. And somewhere, in a spiral arm of a modest galaxy, a star formed that would one day host a world capable of remembering. For millions of years, early humans lived under the open sky. No cities, no lights, no walls, only the vast dome of stars stretching from horizon to horizon. To them, the night sky was not distant. It was intimate. It was a map, a calendar, a warning system, a companion. They watched the stars rise and fall. They tracked the moon's shifting phases. They noticed the wandering lights, the planets, moving against the fixed constellations. They saw comets blaze across the heavens like divine messengers. They witnessed eclipses that turned day into night and night into terror. And slowly, they began to understand something profound. The sky had patterns. The patterns had meaning, and the meaning felt familiar. It was as if the universe was speaking, not in words, but in rhythms. The rising of Sirius marked the flooding of the Nile. The appearance of Venus signaled the coming of war or peace. The cycles of the moon guided planting, hunting, migration, and ritual. The sky was not above them. It was with them, a presence, a teacher, a memory, and humanity began to tell stories. Stories that explained the stars, stories that explained the seasons, stories that explained existence itself. These stories would become myths. Myths would become religions. Religions would become civilizations. And at the heart of every civilization was the same belief. The heavens are alive, and we are part of them. In the land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, the world's first known civilization emerged. Sumer. Here, humanity took its first step from memory into meaning. The Sumerians did not simply observe the sky, they interpreted it. They saw the heavens as a realm of gods, each star a divine presence, each planet a celestial being with its own will and personality. Venus was Inanna, radiant, unpredictable, descending into the underworld only to rise again. The sun was Utu, the judge of heaven, bringing light and truth. The moon was Nana, keeper of time, guardian of cycles. The sky itself was Anu, the throne of the gods. But these were not arbitrary associations. They were reflections. Inanna's descent mirrored Venus's retrograde cycle. Utu's daily journey mirrored the sun's path across the sky. Nana's phases mirrored the moon's waxing and waning. The Sumerians were not inventing myths. They were translating the cosmos into human language. And their temples, the ziggurats, were not merely places of worship. They were cosmic observatories. From their stepped platforms, priests watched the heavens with meticulous precision. They recorded the movements of stars, planets, and eclipses. They created the first known calendars. They developed the earliest forms of astrology. To the Sumerians, the sky was not a mystery. It was a message from the gods, a message from the universe, a message from the beginning. If Sumer was the dawn, Babylon was the sunrise. Where Sumer dreamed of the heavens, Babylon measured them. Babylonian astronomers tracked the sky with a discipline that rivals modern science. They recorded planetary cycles with astonishing accuracy. They predicted eclipses centuries in advance. They created the zodiac, a system so enduring it survives to this day. But their greatest insight was philosophical, not mathematical. They believed the sky was a mirror, a reflection of events on Earth, a cosmic feedback loop. When a king rose, a star brightened. When a kingdom fell, a constellation shifted. When a comet appeared, destiny changed course. To Babylon, the universe was not separate from humanity. It was intertwined, a single, living system. And at the center of that system was a belief older than Babylon itself. As above, so below. The heavens were not distant. They were present, active, responsive. The universe was not a place. It was a mind, and humanity lived inside it. Across the ancient world, civilizations rose and fell. Empires expanded and collapsed. Languages evolved and disappeared. But one idea remained constant. The sky is telling a story. Egypt aligned its pyramids with Orion. India described cosmic cycles that mirrored the expansion and contraction of the universe. China recorded celestial events with unbroken precision for thousands of years. The Maya tracked Venus with accuracy that astonishes modern astronomers. Different cultures, different myths, different gods, but the same intuition. The universe remembers, and we are part of that memory. Humanity was not discovering the cosmos. It was recognizing it, as if the knowledge was already there, encoded in our atoms, inherited from the stars that forged us. We were not learning the universe. We were remembering it. If Sumer dreamed of the heavens and Babylon measured them, Egypt built them. To the Egyptians, the cosmos was not an abstract concept. It was a structure, a temple, a living architecture of divine order. They called it Ma'at. Ma'at was balance, harmony, truth, the cosmic rhythm that kept the stars in their courses, the Nile in its flood, the seasons in their cycle, and the soul in its journey. To live in Ma'at was to live in alignment with the universe itself. And so Egypt built monuments that aligned with the heavens, not symbolically, but precisely. The pyramids of Giza point to Orion's belt with an accuracy that still astonishes modern engineers. The temple of Amuniasare at Karnak is aligned so that on the winter solstice, the rising sun illuminates its inner sanctuary. The Sphinx faces due east, greeting the dawn as if awaiting the rebirth of the sun each morning. These were not coincidences. They were declarations. We remember where we came from. The Egyptians believed the Milky Way was the celestial Nile, a river of stars flowing across the heavens. They believed the soul traveled through the night sky after death, guided by constellations and protected by gods who were themselves cosmic forces. Ra, the sun, sailed across the sky in his solar bark, battling the serpent Apophis in the underworld each night. Osiris ruled the realm of the dead, his body mirrored in the constellation Orion. Nut, the sky goddess, arched over the world, her body studded with stars. To Egypt, the heavens were not distant. They were intimate, personal, sacred, and every stone they placed was a reminder that humanity was part of a cosmic order far older than civilization. While Egypt built cosmic monuments, ancient India philosophized the cosmos with a depth that feels almost modern. In the Vedic worldview, the universe was not a static creation. It was a cycle, a rhythm, a breath. Creation, destruction, rebirth, not once, but endlessly. The universe expands and contracts like a cosmic heartbeat. Stars are born, die, and are reborn. Civilizations rise, fall, and rise again. This was not myth. It was cosmology. The Rig Veda speaks of the universe emerging from a primordial singularity, a concept astonishingly close to the Big Bang. The Upanishads describe atoms, infinite worlds, and the interconnectedness of all things. The concept of Brahman, the ultimate reality, mirrors the idea of a unified cosmic field. But the most profound insight was this: consciousness is not a human trait. It is a universal one. The cosmos is aware. The cosmos is alive. The cosmos is experiencing itself through every living being. This idea, that the universe is not merely physical but also conscious, is echoed in modern theories of quantum observation, panpsychism, and the nature of reality itself. Ancient India did not see humanity as separate from the cosmos. It saw humanity as the cosmos remembering itself. In ancient China, the sky was not a mystery to be solved or a temple to be built. It was a government. The mandate of heaven was not metaphorical. It was literal. If the heavens approved of a ruler, the stars aligned. If they disapproved, the sky sent warnings. Comets, eclipses, unusual planetary alignments, strange atmospheric lights. Chinese astronomers kept some of the longest continuous sky records in human history, thousands of years of observations, meticulously documented. They tracked supernova, sunspots, meteor showers, and planetary motions with a precision that rivals modern astronomy. But their purpose was not scientific curiosity. It was moral. The sky was a judge, a regulator, a cosmic authority. If a ruler governed with virtue, the heavens remained calm. If a ruler became corrupt, the heavens responded with celestial warnings. To China, the universe was not indifferent. It was participatory. Humanity was not separate from the cosmos. It was accountable to it. Not all cosmic knowledge survived. Some was buried. Some was erased. Some was forgotten. But traces remain, fragments of a memory older than history. Göbekli Tepe, a temple older than Sumer, older than agriculture, older than writing. Its pillars are carved with animals, symbols, and celestial patterns. Some align with star positions from 10,000 BCE. How did hunter-gatherers build a cosmic observatory? The Olmecs, the earliest known civilization of Mesoamerica. They tracked Venus with astonishing accuracy. They built ceremonial centers aligned with solstices and equinoxes. Where did their astronomical knowledge come from? The Dogon people of Mali. They described the star Sirius B, a white dwarf invisible to the naked eye, centuries before telescopes. Coincidence? Observation? Or something older? The Polynesians. Navigators who crossed thousands of miles of open ocean using only the stars. Their knowledge of celestial navigation rivals modern instruments. The Aboriginal Australians. Their star maps are encoded in stories tens of thousands of years old. Some describe supernova and cosmic events predating recorded history. Across the world, ancient cultures shared a strange, consistent intuition. The sky is not just above us. It is part of us. Modern science and ancient myth seem worlds apart. One speaks in equations, the other speaks in stories. But when you look closely, they are describing the same reality in different languages. Ancient belief. The universe began from a single point. Modern science. The Big Bang. Ancient belief. The cosmos is cyclical. Modern science. Oscillating universe theories, cosmic inflation, entropy cycles. Ancient belief. Everything is connected. Modern science. Quantum entanglement, unified field theories. Ancient belief. The universe is alive. Modern science. Consciousness remains unexplained. Some theories suggest it may be fundamental. Ancient belief. Humanity is made of the same substance as the heavens. Modern science. Every atom in the human body was forged in stars. Two paths, two languages, one truth. Ancient civilizations were not primitive. They were perceptive. They looked at the sky and recognized something we are only now rediscovering. The universe is not a place. It is a story, and we are part of it. For centuries, humanity forgot the stars. Cities grew. Lights drowned the night sky. The heavens became background noise. But now, for the first time since Babylon, we are looking up again. Telescopes peer into the dawn of time. Probes leave the solar system. AI decodes cosmic patterns. Quantum physics challenges the nature of reality. And suddenly, the ancient question returns. What did the first civilizations know? Maybe they weren't predicting the future. Maybe they were remembering the past. A past written in the atoms of our bodies. A past whispered by the stars. A past older than humanity. The universe is not finished. Its story continues. And we are the latest chapter. Thank you for watching. You are part of this cosmic story now. Subscribe, and let's keep exploring the universe together.